We'll begin drawing a first sketch with an HB pencil. As you see, the picture is up there, but you can download it at my website, as I said before. Just be there. It is in Spanish language, but the picture with right click you can download it without a problem. It's free of rights. It's rights free because it is a picture I take in my house. Okay. First, another little advice is when you make the first quick sketch of any drawing, use straight lines and loose lines. After you have your composition and all volumes and etc., then you can refine these lines as you wish and until the limit you wish. But first, make quick and loose lines, so you will be free to make a better composition. Okay, now this is the cap. I think it is good. Now the jar, metal. And in this video we see not only how to draw with pencil, but the metal texture in drawing. That is one thing every drawing student wants to do in a moment of his life. And it is really easy to draw it if you stop thinking in drawing metal. You must not draw metal at all, nor painting if you are painting with oils or acrylic. Metals don't have a texture in itself if they are shiny like this. They reflect things that add around them. So, the way to draw a metal is drawing the reflections, maybe objects, maybe lights, maybe shadows, but only the reflections, and they must be deformed or shaped like the shape and forms of the object of metal we are drawing. I don't know if I am explaining myself, but I think it is easy to understand because we are seeing it in our drawing. As you see, the sugar cubes, I'll make them different from the real of the picture. To increase the sense of depth of the drawing, I'm going to draw them in 2-point perspective. Sorry. Now we have the 2 points. Now, as you see, all horizontal lines are going to those points. I have several perspective tutorials in this channel if you wish to see them. I'll put you a link. Okay. Now this. When we put objects or subjects, maybe like this, sugar cubes or anything else, with a really great use of perspective techniques, you achieve better drawings and with more depth. Okay, now table. I will not draw them horizontal because it is very boring. I think it is better the composition if I put this way the table. One thing, you are not printing machines. You are not make of photocopies, okay? Now I have this sketch. Now I'll erase all lines that are not needed, and I'll begin to refine and make a really good drawing, or I hope this. As I said before, you are not machines. You are not photocopy machines or nor a photograph machine. You are artists. So when you use a reference like this, maybe for still lifes, landscapes, or whatever you are drawing or painting, you must redefine this picture or many pictures, or use many pictures at the same time to create a new reality, okay? A new reality, not you can create as artist a new world. So don't hesitate and change things to make better compositions, okay? Try several things, several arrangements, and we'll see tutorials on compositions in a very near future, okay? One thing, I begin drawing with very dark places with a 4B pencil. You may use a 6B pencil or even an 8B pencil, okay? They are very dark and you must use them very sharp because they lose their point very fast. You must sharpen your pencils as many times as you need. Okay. Now, every place where one object, one surface is meeting another surface, like sugar cubes or the base of the jar, these places you can give them a very dark line because it is formed by the light absent in these encounters, in this meeting point. Now a little more texture. This face will be the darkest in the cubes, okay? The left side, so from our point of view. Now this. As you possibly know, I do have another channel in YouTube that it is in Spanish. Spanish is my mother language and I speak a lot better in Spanish than in English. But I think you may find several videos you may find useful at my other channel. The link is at the description of this video and you may find it very quickly writing Arte Vivo y Divertido at the search bar in YouTube. Okay, this is a very dark. Remember, real objects don't have a line that surround them. We only have real lines, real dark lines, where dark shadows are, like these places. And if you begin with the very most dark places in every drawing, you'll find easier to draw the middle tones and the lighter tones in the other areas of your drawing. Begin after the quick sketch, begin with dark places. It's better and easier, but it is not a written rule. You may begin with the places you are comfortable or you feel more comfortable than the other places. Oh my god. Now begin giving it a little more texture. As you see, there are three types of textures. Well, really four in this drawing. One is the texture of the table. The other is the texture of the sugar cubes. They don't reflect anything but shadows. The other texture is of the cup. It reflects a little more than the sugar cubes, but not as much as the metal jar. And the other texture is the shiny metal of the jar. And the three have one thing in common thing: light and shadows. Everything seems three-dimensional in a drawing if we put their shadows and lights. Don't be afraid to draw very dark areas in a drawing. is better draw two dark areas than a dull drawing that has not enough shadows, enough contrast. And to give more shadow and more contrast in a drawing, don't try to make things appear very dark at the first layer. Draw layer after layer, like in these shadows. I give pencil strokes in one direction, after that I cross in another direction, achieving more and more dark feeling. If you try to draw very dark, simply pressing your drawing with a pencil, you'll get a shiny surface, because graphite in the pencils is a mineral. It's a mineral that shines when it is brushed. So when you press too hard your paper, you are brushing this graphite and make it very, very smooth and shiny, so you don't get a really dark place. But if you draw layer after layer, don't pressing your paper too hard, don't polish the graphite, don't make it shiny and gain more darkness, more deep darkness. This is one of the complaints of many students when they are beginning to draw, that I have buy a 9B pencil, but it don't dry dark, really dark. Why it is? It is because you don't use drawing with it in layers. Draw in layers every time. Don't step by step, and when you draw in this way, you enjoy more. Your drawing is more realistic and is more emotional, because you can give it more vibration. This works too with painting. When you paint, you may paint a la prima, like I paint many times, but the more astonishing paintings in the world are painted layer after layer, letting each layer dry completely before to paint over it. See, I have drawn the cap reflected and deformed at the jar. I have not painted metal. I painted the reflection. This is the very secret, the real secret to draw realistic metals. Paint reflections and deform them with the shape and volume of the object, the metallic object. Now this part, feel free to draw this picture, as I said before. As you can see, if you go to my Spanish place where you will find this picture, you'll see it is full of other tutorials, and with the help of Google Translation, you may understand most of them. So, if you wish, give a walk around my website. Okay. Anyway, when I make a tutorial, all times since the 7 years I've been uploading tutorials at YouTube, I always try to make them very visual, so they can be understood even if you don't hear the sound or you don't understand my language. At least I try to do this. Okay. Another reflection here. After that, you can difuminate, blur. Difumination is basically blur a drawing with an artistic stamp. You may do this, but don't too much. A drawing, in my opinion, must look like a drawing, not like a photograph. To take photographs, you have photo machines. Cameras, you have cameras. Why you and they take really beautiful pictures. Why you have to draw like a camera? It's a nonsense, I think. You are artists, you are creating reality. This is the object, and overall, you must enjoy what you are doing. Enjoy, yes, enjoy. It is not a secret, it is, you can understand. This is if you don't know, it's a 2H pencil, okay? It suits to refine drawings, to give textures, and in this case, I'll draw a texture like this, very easy, to suggest the table. Okay. As I said before, one secret to make great drawings or great pictures is not only to have a very practice and a great technique, but you must enjoy it. It is Hollywood show us really artists that are tormented with emotions and etc. But the reality is that all artists in this world really enjoy make art. Okay. Sometimes a work of art can get stuck in us and give us a lot of trouble, but still, most of the time, making art is a lot of fun. Remember this. As an artist that I am, professional artist, I live from art since more than 3 decades. I have met and known many artists, and all of them have a sense of childs that enjoy everything. Okay? You can enjoy what you do, and if you are stuck in anything or you feel as lost of creativity, you are stuck, etc., try to change your medium. If you are used to draw, paint. If you are used to paint, draw. Or if you always paint with acrylics, try oils or watercolors. If you always draw with graphite pencils, try use charcoal, etc. This way, you regain your creativity. You reactivate your brain. Okay? Okay, we are now giving these shadows, and it gives more volume to our cup and defined it. Again, if you haven't do yet, subscribe to my channel, to this channel, to know when I upload new videos, if you like them. And if you like them, please share with friends, neighbors, and with the dinosaur that lives in the corner of the show. No, no, I'm not crazy. Not too much. Only a little. I'm not okay. Now shadows. Yes, I lose my mind sometimes. I know. My mother now tells me when I was a child. Son, I don't understand you. She said me many times. Now I'll draw the shadows inside the cap, giving it more feeling of three-dimensionality. Crossing lines like this way. This is a B pencil. You may use an H pencil. Each of them are almost the same and the same result. And I almost never advise any pencil at all, but these pencils, Faber-Castell, the green pencils of all life, are really good to artistic drawing. Staedtler Mass Lumograph, they are very good too, and there are many other end marks that are very good with drawings. I think one day I'll make some video testing them. I don't know. I'll see in the future. Now I do have it. As I don't have time, because it is a tutorial and it must not be too long, I will not give shadows to the background of this drawing, but you may draw the background of this drawing very dark, and you'll get more astonishing and more dramatic drawing if you wish. Okay, this side is a little more dark than the right side, and with these circles I give more texture. Over here. Now this is a kneaded eraser, putty eraser in other places, in other countries, and it's an eraser that you can give it the shape that you wish to erase, and it don't lose smears, and it's very practical in artistic drawing. It's the only eraser that it is made only for artistic drawing. The other erasers may be used to other kind of drawing, but putty eraser, kneaded eraser, is used and manufactured only for artistic drawing. Okay. Reinforce shadows every time, because as more contrasted and more intense are the shadows, better will be your drawing. How much shadows you can give, it depends on the drawing. It depends, but as much as possible, as a rule of thumb. Sorry, my English. Okay, either more here. Beautiful. As you see, I put my hand over another piece of paper, a clean piece of paper, because there is too much graphite on my drawing now. If I accidentally put my hand on it, I will blur my drawing. So when you are drawing, it is a very good practice to put a clean paper like this, and so your drawing will be cleaner and more professional. Now, a little more here. You see? You see? The cap is reflecting some of the shapes, the forms that are around it, but it is not so shiny as metal. So it reflects not only shadows, but not the totality, not like a mirror. I don't know if I explain myself. Detail here. These details are important. Shadows are always darker when are near to the object that projects them. Okay, and become lighter and blurred as they go far and far from the object. Now, with an artistic stamp, I difuminate, I blur some parts, but not all my drawing, not all my drawing. I want it appears like a drawing, and I love the painterly, if I can use this term, the painterly way of it appears. As you know, painterly is a term used in painting, oil painting and acrylic painting. But I think it can be used here and you can understand it. Very soft here to not lose the texture I have given to the table. And it is done. What do you think? Do you like it? I think it is good. Okay, draw a lot and see you soon in the next tutorial. Bye!